to lean into blockchain and how we can use it for whatever we'd like to use it for. Okay? This is a new tech. It is something that you're going to see more of. And so I feel like we should be a part of the conversation. And she's going to lead us into that conversation. So, Gemini, go ahead.
Peace, peace. How is everybody doing? I hope you guys are having an amazing morning. My morning has been very busy. And please feel free to drop anything in the chat that you want to ask me during this presentation. I pretty much got into this information by joining a group. It was called the BWO. They were going over trading and things of this nature. This is when 2020 hit and COVID was going on, and everybody was looking for a way to make some passive income because people were at the house. We couldn't work anymore. So I had to figure it out, right? Just like everybody else. And from that group, I then watched Brother Rich's page. If you guys are familiar with Black Magic, I didn't see Chicago Crypto Bully. He is my mentor. He's been my mentor this entire time. And that is how I got into the realm of blockchain and how it drastically has changed my life. Probably not on the outside as far as how some people think it could change your life materialistically, but as far as knowledge base and applicability, because this information can take you into doors that you never thought that you could get into. $1,000, right? It's now valued at $5,298.91. Okay, that's my balance, but it's also my collateral. So if I had, so you know how the bank says, we're using your car as collateral. You don't need the bank for this anymore. You don't need it for. Not saying that you don't have to go and get these services, because I still utilize these services. But this is what I'm saying. You can now create these same services and applications without the bank. So if you have a car that you want to sell for $5,000, right? I suggest you take that $5,000, you put it on Aave first. You borrow against that. You borrow against. I'm sorry, if you want to purchase a car for $5,000, or if you sell it so you can have your collateral in case something happens. But anyway, if you want to buy a car, put it over here. Put the $5,000 over here. Borrow against it. Now, when you're borrowing against it, you have various different assets. Now you see, I have two different assets. I have Ethereum as an asset, as a collateral, which is my AKA my supply. And then I have USDC as collateral, AKA my supply. Now, why do I have Ethereum as collateral right now? I need an answer. Anybody?
I could answer that. It's probably because it's one of the most liquid and it's the most in demand.
Okay, I like that answer, but that's not the right answer. Anybody?
Okay.
Uh-oh. Okay. If you guys don't know, it's fine. Trust me, because this is something new, probably, right? All right. So this is why I did that. Bitcoin went from $92,000. Let's pull up Coin 360. Bitcoin went from $92,000, right? If anybody in here does technical analysis, you will be very good at managing your risk here, right? Because you know exactly what's going on, right? So the reason why I have this over here, it's now valued at $94,000. That's not scaring me because I know exactly the patterns of it fluctuating from this to that or whatever the case may be, right? Yesterday was what, $95,548 or something like that, right? It was almost close to 96,000. Ethereum moves much slower than Bitcoin. Bitcoin moves at $1,000 rates. Ethereum moves at $100 rates, right? So I knew from not only watching the technical analysis video, but also learning Fibonacci's that Ethereum would scale up at least from when it was at $1,500 dollars, at least $200 price of appreciation. So when I asked, why did I swap my collateral from USDC stablecoin, which is pegged to the United States dollar. So it's not going to fluctuate. It's going to stay the same, right? Why did I swap it to Ethereum? Because I knew Ethereum would move at least $20, $40, $50, $60. So if I swap my collateral from a stable coin that does not move and I swapped it to Ethereum that is moving up in a upward trend, what's going to happen now to my collateral price?
Oh,
Anybody?
you're gonna have more money to work with because if
There
the
we
collateral,
go.
yeah, I got you.
Yes. Yes. I'm going to have more money now than I supplied myself. So now, say if Ethereum goes to $2,000 and it's currently now at only $17.99, $1,800, right? That's 1,800, 1,900, right? 2,000. That's $200 more movement. That means I've now added $200 more to my collateral, which is doing what on my debt side for my asset to borrow. What's it doing here?
So it's clearing off that. Oh, hold on. I don't see that exactly, but I see what you're saying. It's like, okay,
Mhm.
if you have it, then it wipes off the debt. It allows more movement, more long, I guess, a decrease in.
There, okay. You getting it,
I'm
you
on the
getting it.
cusp of it. I'm on the cusp of
You're
it.
on the cusp of it, and I like that. So basically what happens is, right? So my assets to borrow, this $570 is going to be worth $700. So I'm right now, I'm only able to borrow $570. That means if this goes up $200, I'm going to now be able to borrow $200 more dollars. That's free money. I didn't put $200 over there. I didn't put $70 over there. All I did was swap my collateral to a asset that's appreciating in price value for the time being, right? Because when I know that it's going to go probably a little bit more down, I'm going to swap it back over to the stable coin. But for right now, I'm going to leave it there because I know price appreciation. So now I have more money to work with as far as borrowing capabilities. I'm making money for free, people. I'm getting money for free based off of what I supplied myself. Yes. Yes. And you can come over here and create the life insurance policies. You can come over here and do your own IRAs. It's literally in the financial product Aave is offering the public. It's just crazy. This is the new technology that they don't even want you to know about. You know why? The institutions are coming over here real quick and they're not saying anything because they know that these products exist. They know that they can do these things. And what they're going to do is to the people that are unfamiliar, they're going to come over here. They're going to replicate the same damn thing. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to tell you, come on over here to JP Morgan. We got a DeFi, we got a blockchain product that allow you to borrow from us. Who's gonna do that? Not me. I ain't gonna go over there and borrow nothing from you. I'm going to establish different credit lines or AKA loans on my own so that I don't have to go outside. Now, here's the thing right here. I'm gonna give you some sauce. If y'all are in a credit game, if y'all in that type of an industry, and you're borrowing other people's money and you getting 50,000, you getting 100,000 based off your business credit, and you come over here and you establish your own loan with them other people's loan, right? And you take it and then you then borrow against those assets, and then you not only swap your debt, not swap your collateral to an appreciating asset when the time occurs. You can also do the same damn thing on the borrowing side. Somebody tell me, how can I discharge my debt without paying it back? It's literally the opposite of what I did here, except I'm literally doing the same thing here. But the opposite. I'm doing this on price appreciation. What you think I'm gonna do over here? Anybody? Y'all still here?
I'm here. I'm trying to figure it out myself because this is really why I came to the class. I was like, I need to
Mm-hmm.
learn more about the DeFi side. So you
Mm-hmm.
saying that you can borrow from the network, but then you can also lend it out to the network as well. And then I guess
So
that's how you get here.
So no, that's not what I'm saying. But
Oh, my
I,
bad.
I I see where you coming from, right? Okay, so on my supply side, which is here, my supplies, I'm going to swap my stable coin to an appreciating asset to gain more value in what I supply. Via I have more money to now borrow. Here, I'm going to take my whatever I borrowed $3,500 and 49 five $33,549 and 44 cents, right? I borrowed 86% of my supply. If I know, because I know technicals and I'm looking at the chart and I'm a trader outside of this, right? Okay, let's go back to coin 360. Let's just say this was on a downtrend. Ethereum was on a downtrend, right? What do you think I'm going to do here? I'm going to switch my stable coin. I like to do it in half and half. So I'll probably swap $1,500 to ETH. I'm not going to do all my collateral. I'm going to do some of my collateral. I'm still going to stabilize just to ensure that I'm going to do the first half first and then the second half later. But anyway, I'm going to switch this stable coin. Boom. So I'm gonna put $1,500 and I'm going to do what? Boom, right? The reason why I'm going to do this is because the market is on a downtrend. So what happens if I have $1,500 worth of ETH right now and Ethereum is $1,800 and it goes to $1,600? Hmm? No, not buy the dip. Discharge the debts. Are you guys following me?
Okay. So what you're saying is that because the switch of collateral and that collateral has gone down in value, it's kind of like wiping it off, if you will, or you.
Yes.
Okay.
Got
So
it. I get it.
yes. So my $1,500 is valued right now with Ethereum at $1,800. Tomorrow, Ethereum might be $1,500. Now my borrowing, right, is at $1,300. I just discharged $200 worth of debt and I didn't pay a damn thing back.
Wow. So it's like you're
Wow.
cycling, like if you're cycling properly, you're able to profit even off of the
Mm-hmm.
downtrend.
Mm-hmm. So do
Ah,
you see the power and the technology that they not talking about? The only thing you see in the news is buy the like. No, I'm not being funny, but this is what they do. They tell you to buy the dip, right? They tell you Bitcoin, 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 right? They tell you, hey, the prices are crazy. It's going to crash, and it's a scam, and all this shit. I don't care about anything outside of the technology itself. Aave is an actual crypto asset valued right now probably for $150. The all-time high of Aave, I believe, I could be wrong. Let me not be wrong because I want to be right. But let's do this. I think it's probably $600 or something like that. So this banking token, right? Let's go to Aave. And I do hold Aave as a long-term asset because of its technology. So when you seen me in the beginning of this video say it's important to find out what the project is offering the people, that is why. Because there is no other time that they're creating this type of technology besides now. And these are going to be priced at an even higher price point 10 years, 15 years from now. And you're going to be sitting back wondering, the hell was I doing? Like, I didn't know about this because I never went on DeFi Llama, my financial opportunity aggregator, and looked at this. It's just crazy, right? So here he is, all-time high. Yeah, $661.69. So you mean to tell me this powerful technology is undervalued at $150? I'm able to lend and borrow against my own stuff without a middleman. I'm able to discharge my debt without paying it back with physical money, and I'm able to gain more money off of my supply. There's no better place than the blockchain. There's no better place than to be actively operating in the blockchain. So when I hear Coach Millie say she has grants and stuff, I don't know the contract or the consistency behind what you have to do with the grant money, or if you work with credit and stuff like that. But this is a perfect application to hold, to supply, to borrow, and then disperse out. Because guess what you can do, Coach Millie? You can then have that money after it's discharged. So it's like you paid everybody that was a host or facilitator. You paid for the project, you paid for the services, baby, right? And then you still whatever they gave me 30,000. Damn, I just discharged $20,000 worth of that debt. That's $20,000 for Coach Millie. Do we understand this concept? Jimbo, you still here? Okay, cool. All right. So again, if you want to book me for this type of a thing, one-on-one type of a spiel, just email me. Again, I'm going to put my email down. It's artistgemini@proton.me. I'm not done with you guys yet. I still need to go over a couple of different things because I'm teaching you guys the self-banking system. So you always want to come on before you buy a crypto asset, before you do anything, you need to come over here and you need to borrow against your assets. And then you need to do what you need to do. So when I want to repay myself, all I got to do is click repay. How much do I want to repay? Of course, I need to swap over my funds over in my wallet to USDC because I have my borrowing asset in USDC, whatever. I'll pay that back, right? And it says you can use your collateral, but I don't think I don't recommend it. But if it's a necessary thing that you need to do, then that's what you need to do. Okay. But anyway, you can pay with your wallet balance or you can do it with your collateral. Again, so say if you swap your asset to an appreciating asset of Ethereum and you gain more money than you actually supplied, you can then repay your borrowing debt with that too. So that's 3 strategies I just gave to you to use no money from your wallet to pay back the debt from yourself. So you literally are doing a loop-de-loop. This is called the loop-de-loop. Insta is even more advanced because they got leverage max mining and things of this nature, right? They got different lending protocols that you can actually utilize. This is just Aave. We haven't even went over all the different ones that you can use. So utilize this as a strategy. I'm gonna use Aave on base for my bills. So whenever you pay your bills, you come over here, you put it here, you borrow against it, you pay your bill. You discharge that debt. You can pay your bill again next month with no money. You understand what I'm saying? Not saying that you're gonna discharge that whole $1,000, but you might got a little 300, a little $50 you can borrow from it. You feel me? You can pay a Wi-Fi bill or something. That's the reason why you need to be over here doing this. Not because the artist Gemini said it, only because it's going to be useful for your family. All right. Anyway, let's move forward. So again, one-on-ones for this class. Now let's go to.
Thank you so much. You guys drop in the chat how you felt about that training. I literally, it's one of those ones where you have to take notes, you have to go back and you have to do it by chapter and really give each thing that it's time, right? So I'm a big thing on you've invested your time into this training. Don't let it go to waste in the sense that you didn't apply anything that you learned. Because then it would have been a waste of your time. It would have sounded nice, but it would have been a waste of your time. So really, really leverage the information that you heard. This is part one. So this is the best way to leverage what you heard. It is to follow the YouTube that you see on screen. It is to save this email. If you haven't already dropped your email to, I believe you wanted the emails, right? Drop your email. I
Yes.
collected them all in a document. And then she is gracious enough to share the recording with folks. So definitely I think it would be good before the next one, even if you have some time to review it before the next one, because I'm sure